Let's celebrate this month. Let's celebrate this week. Welcome to the Big Weekly Blend podcast, the companion to our Big Weekly Blend magazine. All right, everybody, we are back with our buddies, Mr. and Mrs. Wild from Asheville, the owners and innkeepers of the Lion and the Rose Bed and Breakfast. So they are wild. They like lions. You guys like lions?
Yes.
And good music?
Yes.
Yep.
All right, so as this airs, okay, where are you going to be listening to music? You're going to be dodging Asheville for Nashville.
Yep.
We will be.
So is there any cool bands that you're going to see?
We will be going to a Rocktoberfest.
Ooh.
Cool.
So
Yeah.
lots of rock music.
Three different hair metal bands.
Ooh.
That's on the way to Nashville.
Hair metal.
Oh, hair metal.
Yeah.
Yep.
What's the difference between metal and hair metal?
Beautiful long hair.
Yep.
Like 80s style?
Oh, yeah.
Beyond,
Yeah,
like
kind of
past the
glam-
not
glam stuff.
mullet.
No, not
mullet.
mullet. No.
Oh,
not the
apparently
mullet.
not. Okay.
We do not like the mullet.
It's more the skullet these days.
Yeah. That's what, so do you think any of the
Oh my
bands, the
God.
guys are wearing wigs, or are they really doing their hair? Like, do they add extensions? I mean, do you look at that?
Most of them don't really wear the long hair anymore.
Yeah, most of them
Because
don't.
most of them, I think, can't.
Okay.
It is that thing.
yeah, it's all right.
It's different
It's all right.
style.
Oh, okay.
Most of them like to wear the hats even.
But do we have newer people coming in?
Yes.
Oh, okay. That's what I like to hear. We got to keep the flame going.
We will.
Okay,
Absolutely.
so you guys going to rock it and send us photos as you do this. And
Absolutely.
we're holding down the fort at the inn.
Yes.
That's right.
Y'all, some
Y'all.
crazy stuff is
Chapter
happening.
3.
I know. Is this the third time?
Yes.
Oh boy, and you know, this is airing after Friday the 13th. We
I-
should do like a segment after and say, well, let's see, was there a full moon at the end? You know, but we've got lions protecting us. You've got your lion
That's true.
statues.
Absolutely. Yes.
And you always have amazing guests here, so
We do.
We all know
We
we're
are
going to be
lucky.
good.
Yep.
Why
will
don't
be good.
laugh, Steve? Yeah,
course.
Nancy's cooking. You
Yeah.
know.
Oh, and that is just, a
Oh.
wonder beyond
No,
belief.
but I can't wait. Again, okay, wait. No, but breakfast today was insanely good. It was necessary. Talk about these waffles, because that is some good. Yeah, I mean, that stick to your ribs.
Well, you guys
and
had different waffles than the guests had. The guests had like the regular ones that we make, but we use like almost a whole stick of butter to make about 6 waffles. So they've got a lot of buttery flavors. Or kind of taste like giggles, which are good, but they're a lot thicker. And then we put the
Better
whipped cream and the
Much better taste.
Oh, you had
better.
the strawberries and
Yeah,
all
some
that.
strawberries,
Yeah, I
yeah.
remember
And cream
those
on
doing
there.
that. We'll
Yep.
be.
in little
I'll be
faces.
doing that. But
Yes.
then you did the waffles and the bacon and the cheese. Like
Oh
you
yeah,
did
yeah.
a whole,
We take some tater tots and we put them inside the waffle iron, press them up into the shape of a waffle, and put some cheese on top of them and a little
Those
bit
are
of Cajun
really
seasoning.
good.
They're
They're
great for
very
a
good.
hangover too.
Yep.
Yeah.
Right after a lot of days of drinking beer out here.
Yep.
oh well, because you guys make your own beer. We got to just look at that
That's
segue.
true.
She's
Yeah.
got the segue. She knew it. Okay, so what's on tap now? You said the Dirty Godiva is brewing.
Yeah,
Yep.
Dirty Godiva is in the fermenter. It should be ready another week or so, maybe.
Fermented now.
She is. Well, she's always been fermented. That's what. But the Dirty Godiva,
He's
everyone, is a
pickled.
chocolate stout, and it's a whole other story that we've
Yep.
told a few times. But it's in honor of a drunk motorcyclist woman, an elder
Wannabe.
naked thief. Just like motorcyclist woman thing. Anyway,
Yeah.
yeah.
That's another story for sure.
Yeah.
But that was pretty good. That was a good way of explaining it.
Yeah.
But
All right.
no, it was fun. But now you have a beer over it.
Yeah.
This was a story from our, like how we met you.
Yes.
Exactly,
We had just
yeah.
gone through a Dirty Godiva experience.
Yep.
And I think, Steve, you were the one who named it Dirty Godiva because you were saying
so
was
you gotta
You
call it
started-
Dirty
you
Gertie, I
started
think.
Dirty
we're doing
something else,
Was that- I
right.
think we had like the.
Dirty Gertie, I think.
Well,
I think
we
you
did
said
like-
just run around naked.
Yeah.
No, you did you're doing
Lady
Lady Godiva,
Godiva.
and we were like the Lady Godiva, and you said no, it's a Dirty Godiva because
Yeah,
she was
something like
naked.
that,
Yeah. Sometimes,
Yeah.
some people just shouldn't be nudists in front of other people that didn't expect it and then fall down drunk. Let's just leave it
Yeah.
at that.
Yeah.
So, Dirty was a good word.
That's a nice, clean word.
Well done. Okay. Well done. Well done.
It was fun because she was this big motorcyclist.
She's a little motorcyclist.
And so
she's a little lady from Pasadena.
Harley Davidson being backed out of the garage. Instead, we got the little, what do you call it?
Little old lady from Pasadena.
Yamaha
Beep, beep.
scooter dooter.
Beep, 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 beep. Are we back to that again?
We might be. I
Oh
don't know.
boy! Oh
And then we
boy!
thought, well, okay, then she's not going to be the big terror on the road.
No, she wasn't. But anyway, may she have a happy life. But listen, we're going to talk about some of the holidays. And you know we love to do these weird holidays. We did not make them. But speaking of cheese, October 15th is National Cheese Curd Day.
Yeah.
Have you guys had cheese curds?
Yes.
I believe so, yeah.
Yeah. A couple of places.
They're good on crackers.
Didn't
You know
try
what?
them on crackers.
When
Oh,
you go to
interesting.
Wisconsin,
Okay.
they
Yep,
have
I
like
know.
a Wisconsin cheese aisle in Walmart with cheese curds in it.
I believe
like
it.
seriously. And their liquor is at the front of the store. I'm just saying, Wisconsin has some priorities.
That sounds like it.
Cheese, crackers, booze. Cheese, crackers, booze.
I'm all like 5 minutes.
Wine, cheese, crackers.
Okay, so I'm looking at holidays. Oh, okay, this
Wine,
is
cheese, crackers.
cheese, crackers. Yeah. Oh, it's National Grouch Day. Oh, screw all the
Grouch
grouches.
Day.
We don't do grouches.
Oh, come on, we could name some.
Yeah.
Oh, what?
we're not
Oscar the Grouch?
Yeah.
Yeah.
From National I Love Lucy Day. How could they put Grouch Day and Lucy Day? I Love Lucy Day on the
Yeah, that's
same
not
day.
even-
Because
Close.
Ricky Ricardo was a grouch.
Fred would
Yeah,
go,
good point. Good point.
Lucy, you got some splaining.
Hey, we get to see Lucy.
True.
Lucy, one of our favorite dogs. We get to see her soon in about a week.
There you go.
So that's
she got
exciting.
That's good.
explaining
Okay,
to do.
National Lemon Bar Day.
lemon bar.
Lemon bar day.
Have you had lemon
Lemon
bars?
bars.
Lemon bars are pretty good.
They are
Yeah,
pretty
yeah.
good.
Have you made them
Made 'em.
here at the
Oh,
end?
I
I
have
was
not.
thinking
That's
of
a
a
good
bar
idea.
where
We
you
did one
walk
time.
in and all the drinks
Did we
are
do
made
one?
from
Oh,
lemon.
yeah.
Lemon bar? No, not a cocktail. It's not a bar. It's a bar that you eat, like a bar of soap in your mouth. All right. So
no.
national. I just have to bring this up.
The belly
Okay.
of the lemon bar.
October 15th should be a huge celebration because it is National Mushroom Day.
Oh, cool.
And you guys know, like my fungus thing. Like, no, that sounds
Hello.
really bad.
Your interest in
My fungus interest has kind of gone crazy being out here in the Blue Ridge Mountains.
Oh, yeah.
Smoky Mountains. The fungus among us here.
Oh,
It's fascinating, and I belong to all these groups, and I just trip out, literally, looking
Yeah.
at all the pictures.
It's crazy.
And just walking through them and
Yeah.
seeing them, and that's Lucy in the Pisgah Forest.
Yep.
I found like indigo caps, which are these purpley ones,
Oh,
and
yeah,
then
you can
there's
find
like
some really cool.
chicken in the
Yeah.
woods, and then there's all these
Yeah.
other little umbrella kind of things, and excuse me,
Puffballs.
what?
Puffballs.
Oh, I got a lot of puffballs.
Yeah.
They're
Those
cool,
are-
and then the ones
they
with the
are.
little spores that fly off. So then I watched this movie on Netflix called Fantastic Fungus.
Yeah.
And it's changed everything. And now
That's
and
cool.
I watched it again with Nancy. She's got the giggles. I made you watch it, and now I want to watch it again. And you guys should
Yeah,
watch
we will
We're gonna watch
definitely.
that.
Yeah,
That
we will
sounds really
definitely watch
interesting.
that. That'll be interesting.
And so is that part of it for you guys when you go? I know you like salamander. Is salamander season the same as fungus season? Because everything's kind of
Salamander.
It
moist.
starts in spring,
Yeah.
and then they kind of, when it gets colder and everything, they take
They
off
burrow,
and
yeah.
bury themselves under.
But when do how long are the mushrooms going to be gone? Like when we go in the Pisgah Forest
Yeah.
again?
I think
We
that
saw quite a few the other day when we were up there.
it's starting to fade though.
It's been so dry.
They
I'm not
don't,
sure if
yeah.
they're
they
liking
don't
it
like
much.
the
Yeah, they want the moist.
Yeah, they don't like the cold.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But what's interesting is how they live and connect underground, like trees.
Yeah, like a network.
Yeah.
Well, they have gills, which is interesting.
Yeah.
Well, no, because the only other animal species that has gills are fish.
Yeah.
So it's weird. But,
But
they
it is,
call
it
them
is.
gills.
But
They work
fungus
the
are
same
part.
way?
They're part animal too,
Right.
and part tree, and we are part fungus.
See, that's very interesting.
We are.
There's a fungus among us.
There is. There is.
There
There is.
really is.
There are
I'm a
mushrooms.
fun guy.
So what? Well, now wait a minute. What about all the vegetarians eating fungus when fungus is part meat?
What?
Well, no,
I don't know.
they're
No,
part
they're not.
carnivore.
Yeah, they're not.
Mushrooms are not. They're not.
Right.
They're a cross between a plant and an animal.
Okay.
And they're older than dinosaurs.
Okay, but then,
Oh, that's
but then,
cool.
but then,
That
but
is
then,
really
you have
cool.
to remember
Yeah.
that it's the human species who decided to categorize. Doesn't mean they always got it right.
Listen, and then there's the magic mushrooms.
Very true.
And then
They
there's
just made
people who
it
do all
up
the
and said, okay,
hallucinogenics.
this is this and
Oh,
that
yeah.
is that.
Yeah.
And so maybe they left out a category in between.
I think this week's music mix should be like a dedication to
Sounds
mushrooms.
good to me.
Yeah.
Sounds like a magic mushroom music
Yeah.
mix.
So like
Yeah.
psychedelic,
Yeah.
fun, funky. Yeah.
Some peyote medicine.
Yeah.
Went on the
Hey,
Magical
Robbie Robertson
Mystery-
did peyote
Magical
medicine.
Mystery Tour.
Oh, yeah.
There's all listen. You've got to go to places like you got to think like Canned Heat and bands that got into the whole psychedelics are just
Yeah.
absolutely it's levitation music.
There you go.
So our drummer Willie Kellogg, rest in peace. Or
He was
with
always
He
levitating.
was always levitation. he was like a little man, and he
was
had
always
a beard,
levitating.
and he would play Sufi music and stuff and drum, and we would do all these weird chants and anyway. I can't. Well,
Hey, it's
listen,
fun.
this is but. When you
You
take
levitated.
ethnic music like that and tribal
Right.
music and you mix it with blues, it's levitation, man.
Yes,
He
it
says that's what
Yeah.
music's about. You're supposed
True.
to levitate.
Yeah.
And isn't
I like
that
it.
true? Like
Yeah.
you want
Was
the
he
build
the
up.
one that drove into the
It's true.
ditch?
He did drive into the ditch. He did, and then he stabbed the devil. He stabbed Joel.
On
Like on
stage.
one of our shows,
While-
he stabbed the
while we were
guitarist.
performing, he stabbed
Yeah, Joel.
Joel, but not
Scott
badly.
Hill. Joel Scott Hill was
Scott
the.
Hill.
That's
Joel-
pretty punk rock.
No,
Yeah,
Joel
that's
Joel
pretty
was
badass.
in Canned Heat and Flying Burrito Brothers, and that's how they knew each other. 'Cause
And they
both
had a fight on
did-
stage, and he
They
stabbed
did a
him
lot
with
of fill-ins
His
for
cane
them.
opened up and had a knife at the end, and he stabbed him.
Joel was on drugs and getting weird, so then Willie stabbed him.
And
then-
then the end of our band.
And then he goes.
I'd say so.
Well, yeah. This was the second formation of the band.
That's the way to go out.
So it was all Moby
That
Grape,
was
which
great.
was pretty
It was great.
hallucinogenic too.
Yeah.
you know?
Yeah.
You got to think like Jefferson Airplane.
Oh,
Well,
yeah.
come on.
That's true.
Yeah, we got to have some of that.
Definitely.
we got
Iron Butterfly.
band-
Oh yeah.
We
Oh
really-
God.
yeah,
Yeah.
that's
Right.
good. Yeah.
Oh
we
my
do
God.
have
Yeah.
some really good band
Even
stories.
the Doors.
Oh
I'm
yeah,
sure.
the Doors. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, we got to play Peace Frog and stuff.
Dude.
Yeah. The Doors really, and Jimi
Yeah.
Hendrix.
Oh, yeah, Jimmy.
Yeah, Jimmy, of
And
course.
and Stevie Ray Vaughan did have some psychedelic stuff going on,
I
right?
like that.
he did get into that. Santana did some interesting stuff with John Lee Hooker that to me kind of went into
Yeah.
some weird kind of crazy
yeah,
realms.
Yeah.
And then you got George Clinton in the Funkadelic. Come on.
true.
Some of that funk has got
You
some
need to
psychedelic in it.
It does. It does have that feel.
It's
So-
the whole idea of arts, whether it be writing or painting or music, is to experiment
I'm gonna have-
and stretch the boundaries.
I'm going to have to be
Right?
putting this music mix here at the end while we are.
We will do that.
So understand, nothing bad will happen at the end. Like, it'll be fine. Your guests will get their food on time. I just
Oh,
want
we
you to
believe
know.
it.
They just
We
might have
know.
a few mushrooms on Sunday.
There you go.
And everybody might be levitating and happy. Okay. Let's see. What else do we have on a Sunday? Shine a Light Night. Okay. All right. So, it's World Toy Camera Day. Who makes that? Well, did you have
Okay.
toy cameras when you were kids?
Oh, you did.
You guys all love Shut
I
Up.
gave you a cardboard box,
I had
remember?
a Viewmaster.
I
I
gave
would say
her a
Viewmaster,
cardboard
yeah,
box.
that's the closest thing to a camera.
Yeah, I gave her a cardboard box, and I
Okay.
painted it, and I
Okay.
put a little knobby thing on it, and she
Ah.
took pictures all day long. You did.
Well, I know, but you had to think we were in Kenya
We
and,
were in
and
Kenya,
film
you
back in the
couldn't, like,
70s.
Sure, you could.
The little
And we're
expensive.
talking a few years back.
Yeah, no.
And so I made a little cardboard box.
Why didn't my little knob make
And
a shut of
so
noise?
she would be quiet. When I'm taking pictures, she would take hers.
Okay.
It was
Okay.
cool.
Oh,
That-
yeah, because we were
hey,
doing
that's all
wildlife.
fun. It
Yeah.
sounds
No, because she was trying to, what kids out in the on the bush,
Yeah.
know,
right,
How do you sit and tell your kid to keep quiet,
right.
when there's an animal doing something or it's going
Yeah.
to charge you and push the van over or whatever?
Yeah,
you know?
absolutely.
You
Yeah.
better do something.
Yeah.
So hey, but you know what I saw today?
What's that?
When we went to the store, we were going and getting some cords and stuff. I was in the technical department and the camera section, and they are now selling Polaroid cameras.
Yeah,
They've gone back to that, and it seems like the last
But
few
they're
years
not. Are
I've seen
they?
more of them.
They're like digital, or
No, they're still the
printing them
old
out.
style
They're about this so
Polaroid.
big, maybe
Yeah.
2.5 by 2.5 little pictures.
I would say they're a little smaller. Yeah, they're a little smaller than what
So
the
you
traditional
peel off the top and the
I don't know if they're they peel.
No, they're
more
not
like
the peel off. They come out, and then
like the
it's still
old
where you
ones?
shake them and you wait for
Yeah.
it to
Shake and bake, and I help.
Shake, yeah.
like those instant Polaroids that were so popular in the
Yeah,
80s.
they're back.
You can do Polaroids of your guests. Ooh.
Interesting.
And we're back. We found October 16th. The holidays are World Food Day.
Yay.
Ooh.
Oh, okay.
Right.
So let's go around the world. One food in a different country that you've been to that you would like to eat now. I'm going to go. I want to go back to South Africa. I know samosas. Some say samosas, whatever. But I will
You
do
say
anything for a really
samosa,
good
I say
samosa.
samosa.
So I would go back to South Africa to the corner store that I used to walk to, and go get my samosa from my favorite little corner cafe, as we would call them. Even
Yeah.
though they're not cafes like France, but I want a samosa. What about you, Nancy?
Cheese enchiladas.
Oh, we're back to that. She doesn't
We're
change
back
at all. She doesn't change at all.
No, I
Now we're going to Mexico.
and they
Baja
do it
style.
better there. They
All
do it
right.
better there.
Okay, I'll have to say, how about we'll go back like to when we went to the Maldives and we had some really good butter chicken. They did excellent Indian food.
Nice.
Ooh, butter chicken. Oh. Oh.
Tasty.
So you say Maldives,
Hi.
and I would have said Maldives.
That's because Nancy goes to dive bars.
There you go.
Nancy's in the dive bar. What do
I was
you
going to go to
think?
Bangkok and get me some their Thai basil chicken. Thai basil chicken with some of the weeds they pulled out of the yard. They just grew
Bangkok.
good. Oh, we just get them out of the ground over there. Okay.
Bangkok. Was that one night in Bangkok?
Yep.
The
Yeah, the 80s
Yeah,
song.
yeah,
Yep.
That's
Okay.
pulling weeds out of the garden and people eat
Oh
them.
boy. Okay, it's Dictionary Day on the 16th. Okay, this
Dictionary.
is okay. It's Dictionary Day.
Dictionary.
Okay, did anybody look up words in the dictionary? I mean, think about this:
What?
free cell phones. As kids, who did go
course.
run
Oh, yeah.
and look?
Oh, yeah.
Who didn't look up the word fart and things like that?
yeah.
It's
Oh,
to
yeah.
break wind, and we're all
Oh,
going,
that's a
"How do you break wind?"
With a big whip.
It was a minor explosion
whip.
between the legs.
It's a mighty wind.
We had dictionaries in high school that had the F word in there.
Oh no way! Oh,
yeah.
Nancy's
Oh,
favorite.
oh, yeah.
Nancy's
I know.
favorite.
That was vulgar to push.
I mean, that I did my home term paper on that.
Oh,
All right, we're not going to
Yeah.
start on that.
Because everybody called it a word. I'm like, it's not a word.
No, because on the same with the yesterday's show, it's like, no, I had to
Split the
delete
little
some
lip.
things. Yeah, well, sometimes Nancy gets in my head when I'm doing an interview.
Yeah.
Okay, so tomorrow's Global Cat
My
Day.
fault, is it?
Global
Yeah,
Cat
always.
Day. Ooh.
All right, so cats, Global Cat Day. Okay. So let's talk about cats around the world. Of course,
Oh,
we have
I
our
love
domestic
cats.
favorites like
Yes.
Jax, right? We all love cats, right?
Yes.
Everybody loves a good kitty.
Yep.
Is there a cat that you would like to see in the wild, or have seen in the wild that you would like to see again?
Always.
I would love to see a tiger in the wild.
Oh,
I've seen lions, bobcats, cougars. I think I've seen pretty much all the cats, but not a tiger.
no, I haven't
And
seen one.
a tiger. And the thing is, why I want to see it is because it doesn't match its environment as far as being camouflaged.
You know what? Oh, well, because bamboo,
See
though, you
what
can kind
I
of dip because of the
mean?
lions.
I don't know.
And the leaves,
That's
I've
why
seen
I
some of
wanna
the
see
way.
it.
I want to see a snow leopard.
That would be
Oh,
very
no,
cool.
but we've
I
seen
agree.
them.
That would be
Not
cool.
in the wild. You've
No,
never seen
not in
snow
the wild.
leopards
Never
in the
in the
wild.
wild. Never in the
I'm
wild.
talking. I want to go in the wild.
They're
Yeah.
beautiful.
Like, what
They
about
got
you,
blue
Karen?
eyes.
What do you want to
Oh,
see?
I want to see all the cats, but I go back.
She's like,
I'll go
"Excuse
back.
me, I'll
I'll
just
go
take it
back to
all."
seeing the leopards. 'Cause
Oh,
that
yeah.
every time. As much as I love the lions, I love the
There's
leopards.
something about the leopard and
Yeah.
how they
They're just-
carry carcasses
You
up
know,
into the
it-
tree.
and,
Like,
Exactly.
and then they
that
just
sounds weird to
like
people.
lay out there like, I got
Just-
it.
Exactly.
I'm the king. I'm
They're,
the
they're
king.
just cool cats. That,
Yeah, they
that's
just
all I'm
lay
like,
there with their carcass.
What about
and like, I got
servals?
it.
oh yeah, I love the servals.
Caracals?
Those are, the
Yeah, I want
caracals
to see a
are.
caracal. I'd like to see one snatch a bird out of the sky 10 feet in
no,
the air.
they're
Well, I'll just cue it up
No,
right
yeah.
now. Hold on, David Attenborough. Look at it.
Yeah.
no, they're really fast. They are so fast that it's
Have
like
you seen
a
one?
blur.
In the
I haven't
wild?
seen one
You
in a
haven't seen a
while.
Not in a
caracal?
while.
Yeah.
We've seen the
No.
serval.
Oh,
We've seen the serval.
servals.
Yeah.
Now the ocelots that are coming over the border again, which is
Ocelots,
exciting.
That
and
is
then,
cool.
Through Texas. That's what I loved
jaguars.
about living in Tucson.
Jaguars.
Is
I
that
understand
kind of
that,
stuff.
I've
yeah.
seen the jaguar. What's the other one?
A jaguar's a dog. Okay, I just did it to mess with her. Oh, her face. We should be doing this video so
car.
people can see.
I'm like, what the heck?
And I'm just messing with you. Well, cats are cool. They
Yes.
are cool. They are. It's National Boss Day. None of us care about that.
No.
National Department Store. None of us care about that.
Oh,
No, it's National Elaine Day. If you enjoy Seinfeld, I think that's important.
is that the only Elaine?
It's. Oh wait,
There might be.
it is National Liqueur Day.
Oh, now I care.
No, good liqueur in this season there's something. Like, okay, so like Kahlua is a good liqueur for all kinds of
ding,
times.
ding,
Ice cream, coffee,
True.
you know.
Goldschlager be considered a liqueur?
Oh God, did you have to say that? How many people have that reaction of like, no Goldschlager anymore?
On the note of what
No.
you were saying, like Kahlua, I like Amarula.
Oh yeah, Amarula from
That's
South Africa.
good.
That's good.
Absolutely love that.
Well, we
I
had
mean,
knocked music over there in South Africa. It was like a
Oh,
chocolate.
the
So it's like
chocolate.
Lady Godiva.
It's so good.
But there's a. I'm sorry, but it's really.
Not, and it means night music, music
Night-
for
yeah.
your brain at night.
Okay.
Have a little.
So you just go to bed with a bottle and you're fine. Or Bailey's. Everybody likes
Yeah,
Bailey's.
Bailey's is good, too.
Oh,
Bailey's is
but do you bake or cook with any liqueurs?
I do once in a while.
Yeah. What do you
Yes.
use?
I've done Bailey's. I've used Amarula. Just depends on the recipe, and it usually more of a special occasion kind of thing.
Yeah.
Just something a little fancy, something
Grand Marnier, would that be considered like a liqueur?
that would be.
Put
Yep.
that with some brownies.
But if you put
Yep.
it in the icing and you don't bake it, then it's still got some zing a ding ding.
True. You're right. Just add it to the frosting
Well,
versus
zippity
baking
doo
it in.
dah.
Yes.
Zippity doo dah.
Just got some zing a ding.
All right, I like this National Veterans Barbecue Day. So I didn't know this. It's about treating your veterans around you with a cookout.
I love
think
that.
this is
That is awesome.
super cool. Are
That
you
is cool.
still doing the program here at the Bed and Breakfast for veterans?
Yes. So we do. We
Yeah, that's
participate with
awesome.
B&B for Vets, where we offer a free night around on or around Veterans Day to a vet. And our contest actually ends later today, and we will be
all right. Well,
having a
that's
lucky winner. And then
cool.
we offer a military appreciation that week too, a discount for any active military or veterans.
And you guys
That's
still are doing
awesome.
the baking.
And we do the baking in May for Military Appreciation Month.
That's cool.
And we
I love
ship
it.
stuff overseas, so they
I-
know we didn't forget about them. All our service members, we love them and appreciate
Yeah,
it.
no, it's so important, and people do tend to forget.
They do.
And it's too bad that we take everything for granted.
I agree.
Well, I think right now we're looking at a world getting a little crazy, and we really need to realize that families are going to be doing
Yeah.
some shifts
Some
right now,
changes, I know.
and it's happening right now.
Yeah,
It's
definitely.
sad,
Yeah.
no matter where you are in the world or what country. You know. It's,
Yeah, definitely.
okay, we're moving on. October 17th is National Pasta Day.
Oh.
Oh, what
We
kind of
like the
pasta do you like?
pasta.
Chef Boyardee.
No way! I knew that was the answer.
Are you
coming.
serious?
Nah,
Oh,
nah,
jeez,
nah.
no. He just likes that joke.
Just
He just likes that joke too much. Any chance to use it. Any chance to use
That makes
it.
me want a Snickers.
I just Snicker's gonna go after you on that. Snicker man. Oh no. We still can't do it
I'd
anywhere
go
as
some,
close as
some
you can.
raviolis would be good.
Oh, okay. So
Yes.
you know the ravioli joke.
Which
Oh,
one?
God.
Well, we used to prank call people. Like, come on, prank calls were back in the
we
day.
did
Now,
Yeah, of course.
then they had caller ID, and it was all the beeper that
Was
changed
it?
everything.
Oh, yeah.
South
If you back in the day, remember if somebody
I
had a
think
beeper,
we
they
dealt
were
with
either a
Brendan-
medicine man or
Brendan
a drug
Ross.
dealer.
Brendan
Well, same
Ross
thing.
did it.
They would call up and say, "Excuse me, ma'am. Would you prefer? We're doing a survey. Would you prefer casual sex or ravioli?" And
This is South Africa.
I mean,
Yeah.
honestly, a good ravioli. But then you never know.
But even saying the word sex in South Africa
that was pretty. Well, it
that
depends.
was
It
pretty
depends. It
racy.
was, but I mean,
Yeah.
why is that funny? It is just funny. But a good
Well,
ravioli.
because it does make you stop and
No,
think.
listen, Oreo, the one dog here, Oreo.
He knows we're talking
We're
about food.
hanging out in the innkeeper quarters, so we do
He's
not wake the
wagging his
guests.
tail.
Just so people know.
He wants sex.
No, he doesn't. He wants ravioli.
He wants ravioli.
Oreo's a pig. Oreo's a piggy dog.
Yes.
he's a little
It
pig,
is. He's
He's my double stuffed Oreo.
Look at him. He knew. We were talking about food.
He knew.
But yeah, ravioli is good.
I'll one up his toasted ravioli.
What?
Oh.
Toasted
Wait a minute.
ravioli.
No, wait a minute.
Yes.
That's the St. Louis delight.
That's exactly. That's something we discovered that when we lived in St. Louis.
Oh.
So it's like lightly breaded and toasted.
Ooh. Wait a minute.
Takes ravioli to another level.
Yeah, you have cheese in them or
Cheese or meat.
I
Yeah,
want
either
one.
or.
Are you
Is
gonna
it
pick
always
one?
like it
They're-
doesn't always have to have a pasta sauce like a tomato sauce on it?
doesn't have to.
What did you say?
I said, are you going to make some for us?
I'm not gonna, they're going away.
Pick it up and say,
Okay, but
Maybe next
do
time.
you always put like the tomato stuff on the ravioli?
See, with those you don't need to.
yeah, but they're good to dip inside some marinara sauce.
Yeah.
Oh, I like that part. I like dipping because sometimes it's over sauced.
Exactly. No, you see, that's
Take
it.
the
You can dip it.
mushy.
ravioli and you...
I want
No,
texture.
see, this keeps it crispy if you just dip them
Mhm.
versus
They're,
sauce them.
They're kind of like, I wouldn't say like a pizza
So it's more
roll,
like a
but they're-
finger food,
Oh.
right?
They're not rubbery like a regular ravioli.
Seriously, I'm one of those weird people. I will eat these kinds of things for
Oh,
breakfast.
I thought we would
I'm
smash
not-
it down and make a block and then bread it.
Oh, I don't know.
She just wants to
We
smash
just buy them in the
stuff.
bag. They're frozen.
We've had them in restaurants,
Well, we
though.
had in restaurants
We've had them in
Yeah.
restaurants.
Huh. Well, pasta's. I don't know. There's something. Do you know what? I love regular pasta and meatballs like this. But I do really just like frigging heavy garlic,
Yeah.
olive oil, buttery
I'm
garlic
with you there.
and
That's really
parmesan.
good.
Like just and then maybe some garden weeds. Like basil or something. Basil faulty.
Basil?
Sorry, that's a weird
No.
joke. But yeah.
No, and hickory's good.
What? Where are you coming from? What's hickory?
I think she's more on barbecue and on. She's still on the
good.
barbecue part, maybe with the
I
veterans.
think she's in the hickory. She wants to go to Hickory Nut Falls. All right, so we're on to October 18th, and what's so important about this is October 18th is National Chocolate Cupcake Day.
Yay! Yum! All right.
All right,
Alrighty
do you
then.
like cupcakes?
Absolutely. I make those on special occasions. Too.
Do you? Oh.
I like mixing it up with doing. I love chocolate, but like doing fun things in the summer, like strawberry lemonade
Yeah.
cupcakes.
Cool.
Kind of go with.
Oh,
just
you
the
have
feel.
those one cupcakes. The
I've
like
done
swirlies?
sangria ones.
Sangria cupcakes.
We like it.
That's why I'm like, there's all kinds of fun.
But
cupcakes.
apparently, this is a thing, Karen.
Yep.
Excuse me, Mrs. Wild.
No.
You know, it's not National Karen Day yet.
Oh boy.
Oh boy! Oh boy! Don't be a Karen. But you're not a Karen because you put wine in your brownies.
Yes.
You put
And it
the
was actually
wine
good.
in the brownies and you shook it all up.
No, she baked it. Anyway,
They are good.
They are
Very good.
dang good. I've had your brownies for breakfast once. You sent us packing with brownies. Not
right.
packing that way, but like.
Yeah.
You know, you're like,
Sent
hey,
you
you're off.
off.
Sent us off with
Yeah, sent you off
little
with a gift of brownies.
Seriously,
Yeah.
you innkeepers are dangerous. I mean,
Yeah,
you know, like
yeah.
Tiffany's Bed and Breakfast. Now, you guys need to get together. I keep saying that. I think
know.
we're just going to have to throw an innkeeper party for all the cool innkeepers.
That sounds fun.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and because they can really bake.
That
You can
would
really
be
bake,
that-
and then
yeah.
the food,
Yeah.
like the breakfasts and just the overspoiling, which we're never going to say no to. But
Yeah.
I don't know. I want people to know, like, B&Bs are super fun.
Absolutely.
They
They
can
can
be.
be. Most
Well,
of them.
they're more private. They're more intimate.
Right.
And, I mean, that sounds weird, private and then intimate. But
But it's true.
it's your choice as
Yeah.
to engage with other guests or not.
Right.
And it's not so hustle bustle like hotels.
And
Right.
you
Not,
get,
and I'm not putting hotels down at all.
Right.
It's your
Right.
choice.
It's a different experience.
Yeah, and you should broaden your horizons and try both and figure out
I
what
agree.
you like. Because in some
Yep.
cities you'll want a hotel, in some cities you won't.
Sure. Absolutely.
I want a B&B. But, and I like hotels. I like the ones that are, I think I think the brand hotels are starting to learn to adapt to their surroundings now because, like the boutique inns, the B&Bs,
Right.
are really on the ground, understand what guests want, understand what the community is doing, knows all the people, and
Yeah.
they're either part of the
Yeah.
history or part of the nature, that kind of
True.
thing. And the brand hotels are starting to realize, ooh, we should actually have photos of things in
Where
the
they
area
are.
and not just here's the same designer
Exactly.
photo in
Same.
every room. They're
Yeah.
starting to,
Yeah.
but this is very important. This day is also, there's a lot of guys' days.
Okay.
National Ken Day.
Oh.
Like in Ken
So-
and Barbie.
Yep. National
All right.
Louis Day.
What's a
Louis,
Louis?
Louis. Whoa,
Yeah,
Louis.
those are-
National Mark Day.
Okay.
What would that be?
And then it goes to National Mashed Potato Day.
Well, we
Like
got
the mashed potatoes. We like
You
the
do
mashed
the
potatoes.
mash. You do the monster mash. It's October. So
Oh,
it's
we like the monster mash.
Getting ready for Halloween.
Yeah.
Oh, it's National Zane Day too. Now mashed potatoes. Ride to Work Day. I like that. Ride to work. Get on your bicycle. Ding, ding, ding. And it's World Menopause Day. Now that is something I don't even want to get into. We don't want to talk about. But mashed potatoes, I do.
Mashed potatoes.
Okay,
Yes.
so secret ingredients of mashed potatoes.
Ooh.
You could just do the mashed potatoes and a little. Some people do cream or milk or
Sour cream.
You do sour cream. Ooh, so
Garlic.
you're.
Cream, milk, and garlic.
Oh, the garlic.
With garlic.
Garlic must
Gotta
be in there.
Mhm.
Now, I like mashed potatoes that are red potatoes and mashed, so it's not as
Okay.
creamy,
Okay.
but I want that texture.
Yep.
And then some chives,
Yeah.
Mhm, That's
some
good
garlic,
as well. Yeah.
garlic, toasted garlic.
cream cheese. At the last
no,
minute.
no.
I've not done that.
No.
Try that one
S-
time.
I
No.
haven't tried that.
I was going to say, don't
no,
start the cottage cheese crap everyone's
No,
doing.
not cottage cheese. There's a world of difference between that and real cheese. No, oopsie. Cream cheese that you, first of all, you take about 2 tablespoons out and you leave it out so it's warm.
Yeah.
And you smash it up with a fork. And at the last second, so it's not going to make your
Don't
heart-
worry, she's following your recipes for the guests.
Okay.
No, it's actually really good. It gives some extra, it softens the texture so it's creamier
Okay.
and it's got a little tang.
I could see that because
Yeah.
we make a cream cheese butter
Yeah,
to go on the banana
Oh,
bread.
well, there you go.
Oh, you
See?
Oh, yeah.
And it makes it a nice different kind
tang.
of flavor. And most people can't guess what they're like.
Yeah,
"Well, why is it
People,
taste
some people bake with mayonnaise
true.
and cakes.
Yeah.
You
That's
can
true.
do that.
Oh, mayonnaise
Did you-
and
Did you
cakes
see
is
the what was he? He's a sports figure, and he got a lifetime endorsement from Hellman's mayonnaise because he puts mayonnaise in his coffee.
And it's coffee.
Stop it.
No, no shit.
That's
he
for
does.
real.
For real, yeah.
Well, okay,
I'm with
so
you now.
mayonnaise is eggs and
Yeah.
oil.
Yeah.
When we lived in Kenya, we had to make our own because you couldn't get it.
Mm-hmm.
So
Okay.
you whipped in a
It's egg yolks
blender,
and
you
all, right?
did
Aioli.
eggs and oil and spices.
Ew.
And so and it was pretty good actually. It's better than what you get in the store.
Yeah, I believe it.
How do you have to say this properly? You give me the giggles. Aioli.
Ew.
Hey, Oli.
All right, so now we are on to, we still have the giggles over here, October 19th. And today is National New Friends Day. Now, I like that. And
like
is
that.
Friends are good.
I think that happens here. Like, we
happens
became
here
friends
often.
with you because we showed up on your
Yeah,
doorstep.
exactly.
Saying, we met at Dirty Godiva, help.
Yeah.
Now you have a beer.
Yes. Here, you need a beer.
You need a beer, yeah. But I mean, but that, I
See
think,
how it's progressed.
isn't that kind of like that for you at the end? Do you make
It
a
is.
lot of new friends? And
Yeah, I
Sure.
think so. I think so, and it's nice to see other guests make friends with each other.
Oh,
So
Have
it's
a lot of
nice
fun.
to be the bridge between new connections.
That's nice. I like that.
Yeah, we
Yeah.
really like
A lot
seeing
of
all
exchange
aspects of
on
it.
numbers and addresses and things like that to keep in touch. after
Yeah.
the-
yeah, that's
That's cool.
For us traveling the country, that's why we meet I mean, so many people, and being pet sitters too as we travel.
Right.
Not a money making thing, everyone. It's just so we have internet, and so we hang out with animals. I mean, that's the thing. As soon as we get somewhere, I'm like texting you, look,
Look at the cute
look at babies.
Look at,
Oh, I love that.
I
and
know.
we make more animal friends. I mean, our family tree of animals is like huge of friends,
Definitely.
right?
And they do
people.
remember us.
yeah,
When we
I
come
believe
back,
it.
they do.
I'm not surprised.
But you're meeting people of like interests, right? Mm-hmm. Like here at the inn, most of the people that come here, I think, are interested in the arts, nature, music, you know,
so
history.
they have a common ground right off the bat and hit it off.
Yep.
Yeah.
Or we have, like the other day, we actually had a
Beer
couple
people.
of guys
Sorry.
from the Netherlands,
Oh, yeah.
and a couple from South Carolina, and just total different backgrounds. So it was an interesting conversation about how things are in their country versus here with
Yeah.
like education.
But that's great.
And
Tater tots.
That's right.
Yep.
Guys from the Netherlands had never had tater tots before.
so we
that
had to
was on their
serve them
bucket
tater
list.
tots.
So they came
Wow.
with a list of like what they
They
wanted.
had a bucket list of what they were going to see on
And
there 2
tater
weeks.
tots is on.
Tater tots,
Tater
was
tots
one of
made the
them.
list. So
Did you do one of the waffles for them?
We actually did the
Tater egg cup.
egg cup. That we did, we did
Tell
a
everybody
video.
about the tater egg
So
cups.
good.
So you
Oh.
take some
so
tater
good.
tots and you put them inside of
muffin tin.
a muffin tin, and then you thaw them out if they're frozen in the oven for about 10 minutes. Take them out, and you take something to press them down and into the
Make
cup.
a little
Make
hole.
that,
So
then you
you're
take-
basically like making like
yeah,
a
and you take
pie,
a shot
like a
glass.
pie.
Something,
Yeah,
something like a shot
exactly.
glass.
Pie crust.
Yeah.
Then you take
Yeah.
a shot glass like thing and
Ooh, shot glass.
hollow it out
Ooh.
and put them
Little
back in the
tequila?
oven for
It's a
another
good shape.
15 minutes or so to crisp them up a little bit. Then you take them out. Then you put the eggs in and cook them again another 15 minutes. And
Nancy, you're going to be
Voila.
making this.
I know, I've done it
Yeah.
before.
I know it's good.
It's
It's,
a good
always a
one.
hit. People love that. It's
Yeah.
cool.
oh yeah, we did it twice in a row for one couple. They,
I
I
think-
say
requested
they
it.
I
requested
think
the
you
second
could do it
day.
as a big casserole, actually.
Well, you could, yeah.
I would say
Yeah.
we've done a couple of similar things like that with a casserole. And those
Yeah,
are good
we did
too.
the other week. and-
Yeah.
Well, I think what's cool is like at the table, like I love seeing everybody come together. Like it's family style. It's very much how Europe eats, even in
True.
restaurants. You
Yeah.
know, it's like
Yeah.
everyone's together. It's like, oh, we're going to meet people and talk and have like an actual exchange. And
Right.
next thing you know, people are like, oh, have you seen this waterfall? Have you seen this? Have you gone
Exactly.
here? And
Mm-hmm.
so you see that happening, and it's
Right.
really, really cool to see.
It is.
Oh, yeah.
Everyone I know even during COVID, you know, people did kind of kept their distance because you had
Yeah.
different areas like the patio area for everyone.
Tables around the house.
But people still did. You know, they had their way of, hey, how are you?
Exactly. Yell across the room. It happened. It
Yeah,
did.
it did. It did. All right, so it's National Seafood Biscuit Day. Do you guys eat bisque?
Bisque. Yeah, I like bisque.
Do you have biscuits with your bisque?
Biscuits and the bisque? Yeah, there, yeah.
I'd say,
I'd
yeah,
say so, yeah.
I would say so.
Oyster
Seafood
crackers.
biscuit's not going to be my favorite type, but
I like seafood.
Well, apparently it's good for you.
Yeah, it's good for you. It helps your brain a lot, apparently.
All right. So let's see what's the October 20th. I'm just picking things. All right. So Information Overload Day.
oh boy.
Go to Asheville and disconnect. Go to the inn. Go to the Lion and the Rose. Go to the Two Trees Distillery.
Yeah.
Distilling. And get over. Oh, it's International Chef's Day.
Oh, nice.
I think that's important because chefs really do so much work, and people don't
Definitely.
realize how much all the little details.
All the
like you
work,
guys
yeah.
know it, like just making breakfast and cleaning rooms and getting everything ready for an experience for
Yeah.
someone.
True.
Details, the devil's in
Yeah.
the details, and man, that sucks. It's hard. No, it sucks in that like it. Not it doesn't suck, but it's like it's so
Detail.
detail oriented, and I
Yeah.
don't think people realize how much like a chef
A
goes
lot
through,
of people don't.
and how it's not that money making
Right.
unless you're on the Food Network and you're
Yeah.
one
Unless
of
you
those.
made the James Beard Award winner or something, right?
Yeah.
What a name
But
Thanks, beer.
for food. Like here, you got a beard award. Like it's a
Yeah,
little
your
weird.
food is a beard.
mean,
Yeah,
think
yeah,
about
don't
picking
put-
food out of a beard or something.
Yeah, right. Or don't have the hairs in the food.
Ew.
Oh, we had to go there, right? That's
Yeah.
just really bad.
You started it.
All right. October 21st is National Apple Day. So,
Yep, they got apple orchards out here.
do they?
Oh, yeah, yeah, in Hendersonville. You can pick all kinds of apples. They got like 20, 30 species, I think, or
Oh,
something.
cool.
Varieties.
That's a very big apple area.
Yep.
Definitely.
Well,
Good for apple pie.
Applejack.
Yep.
Mm.
What is Applejack actually?
Applejack? I thought it was some sort of.
I thought it was
I
Jack
think it's cereal.
I always thought it was like some kind of liquor or something.
It's an apple that's been jacked up.
Isn't it a drink? I don't know. I really don't know.
I think it's like homemade booze of some sort.
Yeah, that's what I thought. It was like an
Maybe
Applejack.
it is like an
Yeah.
apple. I've heard somebody say
That's some
Applejack
prison or something
moonshine.
like
I
that.
think.
Oh, yeah.
So like, yeah, maybe that's what we're talking about.
We got candied apple at the Two Trees Distilling.
Mm-hmm. True.
They did. Ooh,
Yeah.
they had good apple stuff. You know, because
Well,
it's a
maybe
season of
that's
apple.
Applejack.
It is exactly.
And then apple pie. Now, do you prefer pumpkin or apple pie for the
apple
holidays?
pie.
Apple by a long shot.
Oh, me too. What about you, Nancy?
I like them both.
Really? Do you like the pumpkin?
Yeah,
You
I
want
love
the pumpkin?
pumpkin pie.
You want some pumpkin?
What's good are the apple cider donuts.
Oh yeah.
Oh, see, now that's
No, I've
apples
never
are in
had
season.
that, and I've heard
Those
about
are
them, but
good.
I've never had them.
Those are very good. Simple but tasty.
but
And not
A
overly
lot of the
sweet.
orchards serve those.
Yeah.
pumpkin
Those are
pie
good.
is really good if you make it right, and you have to get your ingredients right.
An apple has good fiber. So does pumpkin.
True.
Everybody needs
Well,
a
they
little
all
bit of
have
that.
fiber.
But apples, like caramel apples, like candied apples. I mean, that's the one
yeah.
thing.
Oh God.
Apples are really good for your teeth, even for animals.
Yeah.
But it's good for
Yeah.
your teeth. And good for your, an apple a day and all that. But you can do all kinds of things. You can bake with them.
Oh yeah.
We used
yeah.
to do didn't you put some apple on chicken? Was it chicken or something else?
Yes. Mm-hmm.
Apple a little bit, not
Yeah.
too much.
Right.
Well, in the stuffing of the chicken, I diced tiny
Yeah.
apples, and green apples are better than red. And you put it in with the stuffing, and then it's cool.
That sounds really good.
No, it is
Sounds
really good.
really good.
Especially if you have a really spicy
Do
stuffing.
you like to stuff a chicken?
Not while it's alive.
Oh, that was a terrible joke. Terrible. All right, so now we're going to get into October 21st. It's a Saturday.
Yeah.
And this is for Ozzy and Oreo, the Shih Tzus of the Lion and the Rose Bed and Breakfast.
Yes.
And if you like dogs, you'll get to meet them. And if you don't, then they'll say, "Okay, we'll go play in the yard." But and Oreo would like some food.
Yes.
Ozzy
always.
would like to go zoomies around with you.
And give you kisses.
But it is National Fetch Day.
Oh.
Oh, so do they play fetch?
Or Ozzy does still.
Yeah, kind of.
Ozzy will. Oreo's kind of getting lazier as he
Yeah,
gets
he's
older.
slower.
So
He's
You'll bring it back to about a foot
he's more
from your hand and then
cerebral.
run
He
away
is,
because he
yeah.
won't let you have
He's
it.
a thinker.
He likes to keep
I
away.
agree. He likes
He's
to
a
watch
thinker
and
and
think and learn. And
And then
Ozzy's.
he talks to him, and then he runs.
All right, so everybody,
It's
that's
like
the dog
maybe a
report,
ball
so
end
you know.
there.
Yeah.
The dogs of the Lion and the Rose.
Yeah.
But I think, it's a cool thing to go out on the beach or go out in the yard, play, and, frisbees.
Activity.
I love frisbees. There's one dog we pet sat
yeah.
would catch like 3 in its mouth. And that's
3?
it. Like,
No,
no.
that was
This was
yeah,
it was
he
insane, and
crazy.
once he got one,
Yeah.
he wasn't giving it back. And then you try and trade it, and these things were chewed up the yard.
Wow.
Remember? And it was they
No,
had
he was
crates.
multi-talented.
Yeah.
October 21st also happens to be Sweetest Day.
Yes.
So it's a day to give a card with a sweet message to someone you appreciate. So I think that's pretty sweet. And it's not Valentine's Day, which everybody does. Ooh, Valentine's Day. But it's just a nice little sentiment. So do you get that kind of thing at the B&B where people we want to leave something fun or...
They'll do romantic things, not so much Sweetest Day. We really should play that up because
That's cool.
We got married on Sweetest Day.
You
But it was
did?
October 20th.
No way. Oh, so
Yeah.
it's a rotating day.
It's a rotating
I didn't
day.
know you guys did that
Yeah.
on that day.
Yeah.
Oh,
We
well.
did. So it's meaningful to us.
And I almost skipped over it. Then I
So,
thought, oh, no.
Do you
see.
rotate your anniversary then?
No.
Well, we will this year because Friday, our anniversary is going to be an awfully busy day. So, yeah, I think we will be.
Well, you guys are in the height of the season because it's leaf peeping.
Yeah.
Definitely.
Well, that's a nice little romantic rendezvous. I think there is something romantic
So
about
is there
fall.
There's-
leaf peeping and
And then,
But-
Nancy, we don't need to go to Chuck Berry land, okay? And everybody Google that if you haven't looked up what Chuck Berry did, the dirty boy. But you can't. He was the king of rock and roll. Sorry.
Yes. No.
But I think it's cool. The sweetest. That's cool, you guys.
Yeah. It's a lot of people don't even know about that holiday, and it really should be something secondary. Well, we kind of came up with that right, or I did, I guess.
That was classic.
Let's get married on Sweetest Day.
Good one. Good one. What you learned.
So you,
But that was over 20 years ago, right?
You get a cake.
23 years ago.
And then you go Sweetest
Yikes.
Day.
How do you do
and
that?
And then you put a leaf
22.
over part of it.
Nope. He added a year. He knew you a year.
We've been
Wow.
together 23 years. That's why.
23.
It'll be
Yeah.
the 20th anniversary
That's
of the
pretty
20th.
good.
No, we got married in 2001.
Whoops.
Here comes
Oh.
Put your mathematics to work.
a whoopsie. Yeah, oh.
There you go.
It'll be
Look
22.
how
How
nice
many
she is.
fingers have you got? No.
Not enough. That's why you couldn't figure it out.
Oh, you
He lost track. 'cause
finger.
Not enough fingers to count.
Hey, he's the brewmaster of the inn.
Yeah, I know.
And
We
the
can't
breakfast
complain.
master, so like we gotta
Yeah.
be nice. But then
Oh,
you're
yeah.
the brownie queen. So October 21st is American Frog Day, and we all love that. You guys have some good frogs.
We do have some cool
Yeah,
frogs.
there's little frogs around here.
We
Yeah.
do. We have a lot of different cool frog species.
Yeah, I mean, do you see them like? Well, obviously like spring through summer, but now they'll be going bye-byes, right?
Yeah,
Yeah,
you won't
in the
see them
fall.
so much. Yeah,
Hibernation time.
Yeah.
Hibernation time, and
yeah,
but the tree frogs are the coolest. You get them out
Love
here
them.
They're
too.
so
yeah.
cute.
We do.
Mhm.
Love the
And
tree
all the
frogs.
singing and all that.
Aw.
Yeah,
chirp.
love those little sounds.
And their little,
loud
their
sounds
little,
on
their
little
little
bodies.
bubble under their chin.
Yeah, the
you
Love
know?
that little bubble go. Ooh,
Oh,
the way
we love that.
Yeah,
Mhm.
absolutely love
But
that.
that's the thing. And when you guys go hiking, you're in, in the Smoky Mountains and the Blue Ridge Mountains, right?
Yeah.
But it's almost like a rainforest to me.
Because it is,
There's a lot,
technically.
yeah.
Parts of it
Is
is,
it?
technically. Yeah.
Okay,
Pisgah
because some of
Forest.
it almost goes into like high desert to me as well.
It
Like,
definitely has those different little, whatever you want to say, microclimates.
Yeah,
kind of
microclimates.
thing.
Yeah, that's-
Yep.
Yeah, so it's interesting.
so do you
Oh, yeah.
find frogs around the same places you'll find salamanders?
Sometimes.
It seems like yes and no. Some, yes, not completely,
Yeah,
though.
we don't find as many frogs up in the mountains. I know there's supposed to be a lot of wood frogs up there. We haven't seen those, but we've found leopard frogs and also American toads. We find a lot
I
of
love
those.
the leopard frogs.
Leopard
Oh.
frogs, we'll find those in the creek sometimes where the salamanders will be.
So
Yeah.
they have them up in the sequoias too, leopard
Oh,
frogs, and they just
yeah.
returned. They've done a rehabilitation program,
Okay.
and I believe they're yellow spotted leopard. Oh, I could be so wrong. I might be way wrong now that I
That's
think
it.
about it. We had leopard frogs in the Sonoran Desert too,
Okay.
Wow.
but I could be getting them all wrong because every time I think I see something and think I know it,
Yeah.
I find out from naturalists and they go, no, this is what it is.
that's
Well,
good.
frogs and bullfrogs are hard to understand the
they
difference.
are.
And the little toads are
They
teeny
look
alike.
in the desert.
A
you
lot
know?
of them look alike, and you have a split second to identify.
Well,
And-
green frogs, they look almost like a bullfrog, but they just make
Yeah.
a different call.
Yeah.
It
True.
kind of sounds like a bass string.
Oh, so in a way, you actually have to kind of know your frogs
by
by
call.
sound,
Yeah.
like you do birds.
Right.
Yeah.
Well, that's
or you
interesting.
have to be able to stand back far enough where you can still see
Well, there's still a lot of differences, but when you look
the
at first glance,
species
Yeah.
and
they're very similar.
and identify.
So now I have Stevie Nicks singing "Stand Back." And, she's got a Barbie doll now.
I really
I know she doesn't care about Barbie dolls.
don't care.
Unless we go to the Barbie beach. That's still our thing.
That's
That's fine.
October 21st, this is a very important day. It is Back to the Future Day.
Ooh.
Did you guys like the Back to the Future movies?
I did.
I
The
did back
DeLoreans? Now, would you get in a DeLorean and go on a road trip?
Sure.
then. Sure, why not?
Oh,
Yeah.
DeLorean's
Why
a
not?
massively good car.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
would get in one of those. I want the wings. Close
Okay.
them
Yeah.
down, speed off.
So
Come
this
on,
is
dude.
this is very timely.
You know you get a bunch of tickets
yeah.
because you
Oh.
could just like well, dude, I would do
October
that any
21st
day.
is Bridge Day, and one of the first things that people think about is New River Gorge right now, National Park, which you just did. Mm-hmm. So everyone, if you go to nationalparktraveling.com, just type in New River Gorge, you will find the articles Steve and Karen did with their photos, as well as probably Debbie Stone, too. She's a travel writer that just went there as well. and talked about doing that bridge, and she's like, "Holy cow!"
So you take your DeLorean over that bridge, dude.
Yeah, there you go.
There you go.
So tell everybody that was what that. I mean, bridges are kind of freaky.
They are definitely freaky.
What is the freakiest bridge you guys have been on?
See, that one, the New River Gorge Bridge, probably was just because we did the catwalk, and you could really feel the vibrations of the traffic above you.
Yeah.
That's
So the way
weird.
it
That,
shook,
and that sound too is so
its
weird.
sound and all that, so that was freaky.
Whenever the trucks went over.
That was what I'd say. I mean, we've done a few other bridges that were weird, where we did like a bridge climb in New Zealand, in Auckland, where we went on the top part of the bridge.
Oh God, then that's like earthquake central.
Yeah, you're looking
Well, we
down
didn't have
cars
anything
below you.
happen, knock on wood. But yeah, that's I'm like it was just different because you were kind of going up and you didn't really see down below, so it was different.
What was that bridge we were driving on? And there were like 4 or 5 bridges that all crossing.
Oh, that's like the
over.
Oakland Bay Bridge,
Yeah.
I think. That's
Oh.
And
It's like the Chesapeake
and
Bay
there's
Bridge
a
is
whole
also
bunch
crazy.
of them, and they're all
Yep.
painted
People are
different
up and
colors.
down. No,
Okay.
that's a different.
So you're like you're driving on the white bridge, but then
Don't-
all of a sudden there's another white section over there, and then up there, and your mind is like,
No, there
oh,
was
I'm
a bridge.
supposed to-
I think in the
Okay.
Bay Area where there was like the
It was
traffic was going
crazy.
above
That's
you
weird sounding.
and next
it
to you.
was crazy.
Yeah.
No, there's some
That
crazy
was
bridges.
bad.
Right.
That was
Nancy
bad.
Nancy got us. There's some weird bridges in life, and in fact, I've thought of doing a special edition magazine
Oh,
on
the
bridges
ones in
and
Africa would be
boardwalks.
good.
That would be cool.
And boardwalks, because there's those swinging bridges, suspension
Yeah.
bridges. Well, so we did this
Dude.
hike in South Africa. It was back when we did the tour out there, and I'm still a kid, you know. And we're hiking through, and this was through the Milkwood Forest,
Okay.
and around there, like it's so cool because you have the it's through the Knysna area, which is part of the Garden Route of South Africa and the Cape. It's beautiful, but you're in this shaded Milkwood Forest, and I got attacked by 2 puff adders. Well, one looked
my
like it did attack
It was
me.
a-
It went
a
for my
couple.
ankle, and I haul. I'm like, that's it. I'm out. I'm running. And she's like, sit down now. And I'm like, no, I don't care. I'm out. And so what happens to her is 2 puff adders raise up and start going to her.
Oh my God.
And she's a wrangler. You know, she's a
Yep.
snake person, an animal person, and
Yeah.
she got a stick and kind of moved away and got out.
Yep.
Well, then she's like, no, we're going to go on the suspension bridge over the lagoon. Fine. And I'm not good at bridges. I'm out. Well, I go. What do? I go to step. Listen, I was skinny back then. I went to step, and the thing went away. The little plank of wood went bye-bye.
Oh.
I'm out. She's made me do a lot of weird things. Krabi Falls in South Africa. Follow
that
the
was
Klipspringer
cool.
footprint, right?
Oh yeah, that was awesome.
And the bridge turned out to be rock going over a gorge, and we ended up having to crawl over the thing.
well, so
Wow.
No, we've done some really weird bridgy kind
You've
of
had
things
weird
but
that.
it's called
I've-
adventure.
Yeah, but I think it is important to do, though. I mean, if you
Yeah.
die
You
doing
can't-
something
no,
like
no.
that, like
no, if
so
you're
what?
careful,
I mean,
you.
Well, yeah.
I mean, I don't
yeah.
want to die, but
You have
Calculated
to
risk,
be-
we say.
You have to be careful, and you have to take your time, and breathe deeply, and think
Right.
it through. And that's the whole point of travel.
Right.
Think it through. Don't make immediate judgments ever, because they're always wrong. And you know when danger's there. Okay, the snakes, that was different, but I'm still here.
we're all here.
Yeah.
But some
Yeah.
people aren't. You know?
So, because you don't, the thing is, when you're faced with real danger, like the 2 snakes, you have to calm down. And as soon as you calm down, they get the vibes off you and they calm down.
Yeah.
And then you can actually put a snake to sleep by pretending you're asleep.
Okay, well, speaking of
That's
snakes,
Yeah.
it is also National
Well, they're-
Reptile Day,
Oh.
Reptile Awareness Day, and I think that's
That's
important
cool.
because people
Well,
just want to
welcome
kill
to
snakes.
Congress.
No, don't do that. Don't do that because don't put our reptiles down. They're a very important species. They're very critical species to our habitats, and they actually do what they say. They will attack you.
Yeah.
But no, reptiles are so cool. Snakes,
They are.
lizards, all of that.
They are.
Definitely.
And people,
They're so
as soon as they
interesting.
see snakes, will often just kill them.
I know.
So what do you
Well,
guys feel about that, especially being out here in the Appalachian area? You get, you have
just
some good
respect
snakes out
them.
there.
I think respect
Oh, yeah,
them.
just,
Learn,
watch your step.
be educated. Like anything with wildlife, we feel education. I know we're on the same
It's
page on that.
primary.
It's because if you
Yeah.
know, then you know how to react, and you
Yeah.
know
You don't run down the hill,
right
Yeah.
kind of thing. You know,
but
These
you.
snakes aren't aggressive like those African snakes or anything. As long as you stay away from them, or
well,
they'll try
the
to get
thing
away
is,
before they attack you.
It depends on where you arrive and at what time. Like when there's two, and one's going to be male and female.
Oh,
Probably
In the mess.
breeding season.
You're in
and-
between something.
And maybe
That's a
they
little
had to
different.
hatch babies somewhere we didn't know about.
But
That
then,
could be.
but then look
We
at the
don't
water
know.
snakes we saw with you guys going to Hickory
yeah.
Nut Falls, Chimney Rock.
True.
Those water snakes are all wrapped around each, and that freaks people out. Like
it does.
that's-
It does. It makes.
But
people
to
like,
me, I'm like, that's kind of cool how
I
they're
think
like
it's cool.
little family.
Yeah.
They're all
Yeah.
keeping each other warm because we weren't getting towards fall in
Right.
a way.
Yeah.
So they can feel. I think they feel the cold quicker than we do.
I think so.
yeah.
I think
And,
they have different sense.
And when you come across something like that with animals, whether it's reptile or mammal, the thing is, first of all, don't do the confrontation and stare into their eyes. That's the dumbest thing you can do, because that's saying, come on, let's fight. Back off, and when I say back off, I don't mean turn your back on them and run. You back off, step at a time. Still, I believe in looking at the ground, backing off, step at a time.
That means you're
slowly,
retreating and not a threat.
And you slow down your breath. I mean, you have to have self-control before you control an animal.
Yes, you have
Think
to have
about it.
self-control.
Yeah. So you slow down.
Taking your wine away.
That's my control. No,
You
no,
can use a hand that way.
you slow down and you look at the ground, so you're not
Backing off now.
You're not
Yeah.
confrontation.
Makes sense.
You're not confronting the animal.
Take
You
your
look
hand over
down,
the
but you're
wine.
also not turning your back, because when you turn your back and run, you become prey.
Okay, so at the same time, you're talking about all this, like talk about backing off, retreating, being slow. It's also International Sloth Day, which I think sloths.
See, they're
I did
awesome.
a whole, not a term
I
paper,
think
but
they're
a
adorable.
college, a school paper on the sloth, and got addicted to who, like them and
Well, they're
koalas and
high.
how they
Oh,
are.
yeah.
And how sloths have like algae, like living in their.
They're high all the time.
They're cool, and you guys have
They're
seen
very
them.
cool.
Yeah, we saw
We've
them
seen
in
them.
Panama.
Panama.
And they're like, they're so
Costa Rica.
cool.
Did
Did
we
we
see
see
them?
them?
I don't think
saw
we
them
were
in Costa
lucky
Rica.
enough to see them in Costa Rica.
No, but they're
yeah,
Wow.
just
they're-
watching how slow
yeah,
and
they're
they
slow,
move.
but they're
and
high. Like koalas are high. They
Well, they eat like
they
something
eat-
like over 50
Yeah.
different
something
eucalyptus.
crazy.
Yeah.
But that means
Yeah.
that's why our habitat is so important. We always go,
Absolutely.
save the animals, save the animals. I'm like, well, you can't save the animals if you
Without
don't have the habitat.
So true.
If you want to put them all in zoos, well, that's
That's
not the way.
That's gross.
You know, habitat is
Right.
key.
It is.
But sloths,
And animals in a cage do not act like animals in the wild.
no, they become human
No.
beings and getting fat and living on antibiotics and,
they
And mean,
rely
you
on
know,
other
it's-
people.
it's-
And they get
Yeah.
mean.
So no, well, you know what I mean.
Yeah,
Right?
yeah,
we
yeah.
start living at a desk, you know, and
Right.
stuff, you know.
Yeah.
But sloths,
lazy.
I would love to see one in the wild.
They
And
are wild.
I've seen where they
They're so
cross the road in different countries, like people slow down. A sloth is coming.
Oh, and
you know?
like anteaters.
They
That's
are
the
like
other one.
anteaters.
Oh,
Anteaters
yeah.
are awesome.
I haven't seen them. Have you
No,
seen anteaters?
I've seen
anteaters.
anteaters, and I've seen one. And they walk on their, like they have these big claws.
Yeah.
And they walk on their, I call them their knuckles, but they're actually their claws.
Very cool.
Yeah.
That's different. That's very
And-
cool.
Those are
So we did
awesome.
good. Okay, so this has been a good Mr. and Mrs. Wild segment.
Yeah,
We've covered a lot of animals.
Wild in there.
Okay, to close it off, since it's Mr. and Mrs. Wild on the show with us, and there's all kinds of other days on this. Hey, it's National Pets for Veterans Day, and I think that's important. That's a cool connection.
That is absolutely.
National Pumpkin Cheesecake Day.
Nah, that's
Yeah,
not
I want my
favorite thing
cheesecake.
there.
Ooh, that didn't win, did it?
Nah.
That went
Not
right out the
possible this
window. Okay, well, goodbye to that.
No pumpkin.
But it is Loud Shirt Day. In other words, wearing a bright, like, boom. So let's
What
see.
day is that now?
October 21st. So
Oh,
let's
still.
loud and proud. What are we wearing? Like, okay, I mean, is this a Hawaiian shirt? What are we all going to do to be allowed? Like, here's my shirt.
Don't wear anything.
Ew, no, no.
That's loud and proud, isn't it?
It's
No,
allowed.
no,
to
you're going to
do
wear a
that.
shirt. The whole thing is a shirt. Come on. Now, what would you put on a shirt to be loud and proud?
I think that I would wear one of our animal T-shirts.
Big animal. Like, you could do a big
because-
lion. You guys have
Yeah.
Yeah.
got your lion in the
Got
rose.
the rose, yes.
That's loud.
Mm-hmm.
And then you guys have
Oh, and I
pink.
love your logo.
By
with
the way,
lion
yeah,
and
yeah,
the
and
rose.
it's
I
pink.
love
It's
that.
pink.
So
So
I
that's
would
kinda
wear that.
cute.
And roses
Something
have
like-
thorns, so like, hello. Yeah, if
Every
you get
rose
stung by a
has its thorn.
Well, I got this awesome shirt from the Cook Islands. It's bright yellow and green. It's got
Oh, yeah.
turtles and all sorts. It's so cool. I mean,
I have
That's
a couple
true.
of
I have a cool
tie-dye
one
shirts
that's
that
Indonesia.
I would wear.
Yeah.
Like all the tribal.
Yeah, see, now that's
Loud and proud.
I used to really love all the, well, actually in our storage unit. So, you know, we have such a small storage
I
unit
have
now.
I think I have a tie-dye. It's not actually a T-shirt.
It's cloth. I have all this African
Yeah,
cloth.
from
Okay.
yeah.
That's
and
really loud. And I used to
Africa,
make,
and it's got
So-
nice patterns on it, and
See, I
it's
like
blue
that.
and
Batik.
brown. Yeah.
and I used to
Yep.
make pants. I used to make like, almost
Oh.
like, not like bell bottoms, but almost like flare.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
And I sewed, I actually, well, when I
make
first
some
sewed,
MC Hammer parachute pants out of them.
no, don't you start that crap. No, hell no. Hell no.
And you know what?
Hell no.
You know why they call them parachute plants?
Don't start with the parachute pants.
No, because if you jump off a plane and that's the widest thing you got to slow you down before you hit the earth.
Oh yeah,
God
the,
bless
the,
you.
the parachute pants in the 80s were, in the 90s
They were huge.
They were a big deal, and there was one guy I was kind of dating at one time, and Nancy was like, "Oh, parachute pants," and I'm not going to say his name just in case. And she was like, "Oh, so and so, parachute pants boy." And so like, and then I was like, "Oh," but he was rescuing people off of Cape Town, Table Mountain and stuff. He was pretty cool.
Of course
that
he
is
was.
And then he was like, "Don't you want to go and be like a test dummy kind of thing?" No, I don't want to hang off of Table
dummy.
Mountain and be rescued in a helicopter.
No.
Actually, now I think I
Test
would, but
dummy.
at that point he was like,
Dude, why would they call you a test
"No, he didn't.
dummy?
I did that. I
No,
said a test
that's a
dummy."
really bad thing to call a person that you want risk your life for a test.
Yeah.
Well, that would be
No, he
dumb.
was, but
so.
his
Maybe
parachute
it's-
pants were always khaki.
No,
I think he
don't
bought like
even.
10 of them and had one for every. No, I
One
should
for
say
every
that because of what we wear as pet sitters and
No.
travelers.
Yeah.
We live in
Seriously.
nurses' clothes.
No, but his pants were wide enough to be a ballerina skirt to the floor.
Yeah, well, we never hit it off at the end. It all ended up.
Thank
It
God.
didn't work. But
You got
anyway.
the points like that.
No, well, my pants were cool though. I had all that Africans,
No, it's like-
Yeah,
tribal
it's
stuff.
cool.
It was
like
so.
bell bottoms
I
with
like
it.
that.
I love my cloth,
and you had to keep
I
kicking
used
him
it
out of the
for-
way so you could actually
I used
walk.
those cloths for tablecloths. I used it for.
Oh, very
I'd
cool.
hang them on walls.
What did it flow?
Everything. All right, guys. That's it, everyone. Thank you for joining us here, and we hope you have a great week. And if it's your birthday, happy birthday to you.
Happy birthday.
Thanks for listening to Big Blend Radio's Big Weekly Blend podcast. You can keep up with our shows at bigblendradio.com. And if you want to get our Big Weekly Blend magazine, just sign up for our newsletter at blendradioandtv.com.